what Stokely Carmichael gave us, what Malcolm X gave us, what everybody gave us, whether you agreed with them or not. The energy of that time and the goals that we were all aspiring to, I think, is what it was all about at its best. At its worst, it was when we did nothing.
Black people are dissatisfied. They're dissatisfied not only with the white man, but they're dissatisfied with these Negroes who have been sitting around here posing as leaders and spokesmen for black people and actually making the problem worse instead of making the problem better.
I'm tired of marching. Tired of marching for something that should have been mine at birth.
We want change! We want change! We want change! We want change! We want change!
Many days I would come home and I would think about all the liberals that got on the buses and went south when for sit-ins and boycotts in the South. I really would come home and wonder, you know, where were they now?
Everybody's got a right to live. Everybody's got a right to live.
By the mid-1960s, the civil rights movement had changed the laws that divided us by race. But the struggle for unity was far from done.
Just because I'm white doesn't mean that the 14th Amendment doesn't reply to me either. I am white and I want my rights.
We look at Miss America, we see white. We look at Miss World, we see white. We look at Miss Universe, we see white. Even Tarzan, the king of the jungle in back Africa, he's white.
It's beautiful! Freedom! Said our warriors free! Freedom!
Black Panthers preach every day hate, kill Whitey, kill the police, kill the pigs, hate, hate, hate. That's all you hear from them.
We don't hate nobody because of their color. We hate oppression. We hate murder of black people in our communities. We hate the gross unemployment that exists in our communities. We hate black men being taken off into the military service.
Sergeant, you've just recently returned from Vietnam. Would you tell us how it feels to have to come from one zone of combat in a foreign land to one in your own land?
It's not a good feeling, not one I'm kind of proud of.
We stand on the eve of a black revolution, brothers. Masses of our people are in the streets. The rebellions that we see are merely dress rehearsals for the revolution that's to come.
Are you going to live outside of the American culture? Or are you going to live within it? As long as you stay in America, you've got to conform. What else can you do?
We won't go back! We won't go back!
This television series chronicles a period of history when our nation stood at a racial crossroads. A time when Americans struggled to define what was truly meant by liberty and justice for all. It was a time for anger and fear. A time when a gain for blacks was sometimes seen as a loss for whites.
Are the people of Cleveland willing to vote for a candidate for mayor who has the best qualifications, but whose skin does happen to be black?
We pick our lipsticks by color, sometimes our dresses, but we don't vote that way. We study the candidates.
I believe that.
It was also a time for triumph. A time when victory blurred the color line. A time when, once again, America struggled to be America for all of its citizens.
When we come together, what time is it? When we respect each other, what time is it? When we get our self-confidence, what time is it?
It's nation time. It's nation time. It's nation time. You could hear reverberating all those pride struggles from the 40s and the 30s and the 50s and the 60s. I mean, came to be fulfilled in that moment of crying that it's nation time. Now,